Hi and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you how to create 5 cards using calligraphy, and they will take 5 minutes or less. So the first one I'm going to do is a nice simple stretched out calligraphy design. I'm just going to start my stopwatch because I'm intrigued to see how long these actually take. They should be less than 5 minutes, but if they're really quick, I'm kind of keen to see how long they take. So let me start stopwatch. And let's get started. Let me just double check I'm recording because I wasn't a minute ago. Yeah, I'm recording. Fab. So the first design, I'm using my Pentel brush pen and I'm creating a kind of stretched out calligraphy design. So this part of the letters is smaller. I want it to be kind of central, so I'm going to be starting to be around about here. And then making kind of the strokes between the letters nice and stretched out too. Okay, so let me stop the timer. So that one took 1 minute and 8 seconds. And there you go, you have a nice clean design for a birthday card. Or obviously, I'm focusing on birthday cards in my writing just so I can use them. But you could use any sort of phrase, so thank you, good luck, etc, etc. So that's design 1. Okay, let me start on design 2. Let me double check I am in shot. Yes, I am. That's good. Right, let me start on the second design. Okay, I'll start now. This one, I'm using one pen and it's my Ecoline brush pens. I love these pens so much. They are a bit squeaky, so if that bothers you, these might not be the pens for you, but I love creating kind of a relaxed style of lettering with them. So I am simply writing out happy birthday using these brush pens. And you have a nice, simple, fun design. It's fun because I have not connected the letters. Oh, let me stop the stopwatch. So that one took me 55 seconds to create. Nice and simple. In the initial design, I did a heart underneath, but because it's quite central, I'm going to leave it as is. I could actually add just some teeny hearts round. There we go. So there is my second birthday card. Do I want to add any more hearts? This is the problem. Sometimes the more you give a card attention, the more you overthink things. So this would still be under 5 minutes, but it's definitely more than a minute now. No, I'll leave it like that. Don't touch that again. Okay. Then the next one we're going to do is another one using Ecolines, but we are also using the Pentel brush pen. So let me hit the start button on the stopwatch and get started. So again, I'm doing my calligraphy in black. I tend to like to use my black brush pens for calligraphy just because the contrast with the white always pops. And then you can add colour with your decoration. So I'm just writing happy birthday in my go-to modern style. I'm trying my best to make sure it's kind of equal. Oh. Yeah, so that's fairly central. Mustn't forget the T. Okay, so the calligraphy itself has taken me 55 or so seconds. And then I'm going to use my Ecoline brush pen just to go around and create some flowers. Really simple flowers. The type you might create in school, just 5 petals, nice and simple. I need to be careful I don't smudge my work. I didn't think about that. I might actually rotate it as I go. And I do actually have a second colour. I've brought in a pink. So I'll start to add that around the card as well. Okay. And I'm just trying to balance the pink and purple. Obviously you can choose any colour of flower you like. I've gone for this soft kind of pastel pink and purple, but it's completely up to you. And you might decide to use pens other than Ecolines. I just like Ecolines a lot, so I use them a lot. How long? Okay, it's been 2.5 minutes. I'm halfway there. And then I'll add one more just over here. Okay, so let me stop the stopwatch. That took me 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Okay, that's card number 3. Let's move on to card design number 4. So this one I am using, I am going to use 4 colours. Okay, I'm going to mop these up in advance. So let me start the timer. And essentially all I'm going to do is rotate the colours to create some nice and bright calligraphy. But the colours you choose are up to you, and that can really impact how the style of the card comes out. Sorry if you can hear my neighbour in the background hammering outside. And with this specific colour palette, it's so vibrant that you don't really need to be adding anything extra to it. It stands out by itself. And that is card number 4. Nice and colourful. This one feels super summery to me. Let me stop the timer actually. So that one took me 1 minute and 40 seconds. 41 seconds if I want to be very specific. Yeah, this colour theme I've actually been using in my journal this month. So I knew it was colourful and vibrant and perfect for summer. Right, on to the last design. Okay, this one is one I did spur of the moment for one of my sisters, and it's a fun design. We are just going to be using two colours, so a black and a yellow. Let me start the stopwatch. Okay, so I'm going to start by writing out happy birthday in the centre. I might just fold it to make sure it's more central. You would think I would instinctively centralise things by now, but sometimes I am off centre. For this one, I'm not connecting my letters. I'm creating this kind of fun, relaxed style. I don't really know how to describe it, but I use this quite a lot, and it's just a different lettering style I have in my belt basically. That is fun for greeting cards. Okay, so that is the calligraphy / lettering in the middle. Then I'm going to be creating a bunch of crescent moon shapes around the card. Some of them facing forwards, some facing backwards. Just go around, add those in. I'll have some coming off the outside of the card. You kind of don't want it looking too intentional. Moon. How am I doing for time? Okay, so this has taken 2 minutes so far. Just going to add one more down here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my black brush pen, and I'm going to create a tiny rectangle / blob at the top of the crescent moon, outline it, and add couple of lines in the middle. And you can probably now see what this design is shaping up to be. And if you haven't, it's bananas. So I created this as a birthday card design for my younger sister, and she really appreciated it. Ironically, it wasn't for my sister, who I actually call Banana. It was for my other sister. I maybe should have saved this for the sister I name Banana, but there we go. Right, just going around, let's outline these. Okay. It doesn't take too long to do that. You might not want to use a brush pen to outline it. You could use like a fine liner or something, but from my perspective, it makes sense to use the brush pen if you have it to hand. Try not to push down too hard. I'm not adding the lines, because otherwise it becomes thick and you want the yellow to really be popping. Oh, how am I doing for time? Okay, I have a minute and a bit left. Actually leave that one as 2. Yay, okay. And then just observe, see if there's any places that you'd like to fill in a banana. I might push my luck, try break the 5-minute thing. I'm just gonna add one in that corner there. Maybe add one there. Okay, I'm against the clock now. And there you go. That is the 5th design. So let me bring these all together. There we go. 5 cards you can create in 5 minutes or less. Not bad. So these are just fun, simple. You can use them or create them using very few brush pens. And I hope you have fun creating some of your own. Have a lovely time making them, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.